3, 2, 1. Darn, that was a hard clap. Hello and welcome to another week, another episode of the Kewl podcast. I almost called it T-Man podcast. As you can tell, I'll be your host for today, David 8. To my...
What is it? Just call him out by name.
This figure.
Just say his name.
Oh my
What is going on?
Alright, to my top left is...
No directions. I ain't
AKA...
My eyes are closed. Who are you talking about? La 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 la.
Travis, aka...
Yay.
I don't even care anymore.
And to my top right is ultra realistic Freddy Fazbear. How are you guys doing today?
Fucking tired.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Why don't you go to sleep then?
Oh, you're so...
Alright, now that Preston is asleep, Travis, now we can scheme on our plot to take over the podcast.
Yes.
Yes. Evil things. How's y'all boys' week been?
You go first, Travis.
Huh?
You go first.
How's your week been?
A whole lot of nothing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I lead such an interesting life.
That's not true.
A few video games. What?
You did something. You did a really cool thing.
I did do something.
Yes.
Okay. Check out the T-Man Kewl YouTube channel, T-Man Kewl 5355. New Kewl content has dropped, boys.
Do it.
Whoop whoop.
Kewl Company.
Yes.
Big Lethal Company funny compilation.
It's very
Yes.
epic. Super funny. Bro remembered
Get some
the
views
funny.
too.
Is it really?
This is the one that...
Yeah, it's like up to 40 something.
Holy shit.
You know, I think it was 60 last time I saw it. 60 something.
Yeah, it was like stuck between, like, one screen I went to kept saying 43, the other kept saying 59, so I went with the lower one just to be safe. But yeah, it's not doing bad.
I'm looking it up now, but of course I can't. Just type in your
86
username.
views, Travis.
Yeah, oh,
high,
holy
high
shit.
fucking five. Your
Yeah,
Pistols Only
80.
Salvador also hit triple digits. Like
Yes,
right
it
on the
did.
dot.
It did do that recently.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got some pretty solid views.
Bro rolling.
Oh,
Homemade watch.
Arthur Morgan's opinion on condoms is almost at 100. It's at 96. Joel's PTSD has 1.4.
yes, that
thousand
one,
views.
I don't know what happened there. The algorithm really likes that video.
Yeah,
And it's perhaps, like, the least funny video on my channel.
I don't know. Content's pretty fun. Oh wait, you said least funny. Yeah, okay. I like content. Hope we don't get copyright striked for this.
I don't like content.
It's got 25 views, so.
One's aged poorly.
But yeah, go check out the episode at, what is it, T-Man Kewl? T-Man?
Yes.
5.
T-Man
3.
Kewl 5.
The link will certainly
5.
be in the description. So.
5.
Yeah, go check that out. Really well made.
You know, maybe it might
Travis.
not be with you
Oh, okay.
putting words in my mouth like this. Putting words to my fingers like this.
Literally every episode we've ever... I know it's just in your copy and paste for the description at this point.
What if I take it out?
That would be mean. Please don't do that.
Look in the description. You can find Travis's channel at Hawktua.
I swear to fucking God.
So, ultra realistic, high definition, Freddy Fazbear. How has your week been?
A lot, yet not too much at the same time. I've been completely fixing my sleep schedule, and for the first time in forever, my body is not taking it well. Going to sleep at 11 and waking up at 6 is a crisp 7 hours. For some reason, I'll wake up like, oh, yeah, the day's going. Turn off the alarm. I could just lay right the fuck back down, but I've been pushing through it. and it's God, I'm so fucking tired.
Oh no.
But
That's funny. Oh, go on.
yeah, but that's it. I do have some really big news that I want to cap off our small talk with, so I'll save that for the Andy Tiddly bit Tiddly.
Ooh, I'm hyped now. Yeah, me and Travis were just talking about that before you joined in. How he ruined his sleep schedule on accident.
Yep.
PS5?
No, not even.
Oh.
Well, it was why it was originally messed up, because, you know, I eventually just kept staying up later and later, and eventually I was nocturnal. And then within the last few days, I finally, like, fixed it, finally hard reset back to normal. And then about a day or two later, which was last night, I just could not sleep. Absolutely, no matter how hard I tried. Could not get my brain to settle. And didn't get to sleep until around 11 a.m. today. So,
Jesus.
yeah.
Ouch, painful.
Very painful. So, I'm groggy because I just woke up about an hour or two ago.
My sleeping schedule's been it's been fluid, but it's still not the best. Not waking up as early as I need to be, but I'm not going to bed as late as I used to, so it's a weird mixture. Kind of like Preston. I'm so tired when I wake up. It's like, do I really need to do what I gotta wake up for? And just really tempted. So, trying to convince my body to sleep an extra, to go to bed early, to have that extra hours of sleep. But
Tish.
I know, I'm really excited.
Oh.
Yeah. Had a pretty good day, which was a really good cap off to the week. Got PlayStation Plus, been playing on the PlayStation with Travis a bit this week.
Yeah, saw that farming sim, yeah.
Yep. Drinks and farming sim is a really fun combination. But farming sim is just fun overall. Hard recommend. It'll be in the link in the description below. No, yeah. Yesterday or the day before, me and my brother, because I'd got some birthday money from back in May. I got $50 from my grandparents on a gift card for Sports Academy, and then I got $100 cash to buy new shoes for my grandma. And so buying shoes is a whole ordeal, and the net I just been kind of putting off. But
I fucking relate to that shoe issue.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yep, that is not something I could just rush. I need to get a good pair of shoes. But I decided to finally bite the bullet and initiate it. So I took me and my brother down to Academy, and I was gonna hit both because I usually get my shoes from Academy anyways. But they were really out of a lot of stuff, and the shoe selection they did have was not very good. I didn't really like how they looked, but so I decided just to swing over to the fishing aisle and finally pick up the thing I've been saying I'm going to pick up for a while. I finally picked up a 5-foot, diameter or circumference cast throw fishing net.
Ooh.
Yeah, let it wait. So got that checked out, and my brother was real excited when we were walking back to the truck in the parking lot. He's like, man, I wish we could go fishing right now. And I was like, well, we got stuff to do. And I was thinking well, let's go fishing tomorrow. We ain't got crap to do tomorrow. So I texted my granddad a picture of it, because obviously that was a birthday present from him and my grandma on my dad's side. But I was like, thank you guys for this birthday present, blah blah blah. And he says, oh yeah, we gotta go fishing sometime. So I was like, well, hey, me and my brother are going fishing tomorrow if you want to go. So I ended up going with my granddad and my brother down to the fishing spot that I caught that pompano. Remember that, Travis?
Yeah.
I don't want to just dox us, but and I remember kind of I get it out of the box, and me and my brother taking turns kind of throwing it how we think we should throw it. You know how you watch people throw it, and it's just kind of flopping sideways. It's just not working out. And my granddad is up there on the beach watching videos on how to throw it, and I kind of go up there and I'm watching stuff like that, and I just cannot really get it. And I kid you not, this 15 or 16-year-old teen kid comes down, and he's watching us. He's trying to figure out how to throw a cast net. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I can throw a cast net. And I was like, okay. He's like, you want me to show you? And I was like, yes, please. And so he he gets it, he kind of adjusts himself, and as he's like figuring out the net, he's like, yeah, I haven't used a small one in a while. You know, I moved on to bigger nets, and he says they're much easier to throw and blah blah blah. So I got a 5-foot whatever net. You're not gonna catch like mullet or anything with it. I bought it for the explicit purpose to catch minnows to use as bait. So, you know, he throws it out, makes a perfect cast first time. So, you know, I'm following the advice, and I'm kind of getting it, you know, getting it more and more open. I'm just sitting there practicing. My granddad's like, and I'm finally like, okay, I'm gonna look for minnows now. So I'm looking for minnows. My granddad's like, why don't you try, you know, cast it into the grass? And I was like, well, won't they get tangled up in the grass and whatnot? He's like, I don't think so. So I was like, you know what? Screw it, we ball. So I throw it into the grass, and you know, as I'm slowly reeling it in, shiny. I see shiny in the net, and I'm reeling it in. I caught some, you know, pinfish minnows. That was so exciting. So I filled up a bucket, tossed them in there, and so I started like, you know, throwing it in there, casting it, and getting a couple each time. And then the kid comes back, and he's like, hey, if you let it sink to the bottom, like if you cast it and let it like chill out for a bit, let it sink a little bit more, he says you'll get a lot more fish that way, or a lot more minnows that way. So I do that advice, and I'm getting like probably 5 to 7 to 10 minnows each cast. I got like maybe 20 or 30 minnows because I did a couple casts, and we were set for the entire fishing trip. That's not even the best of today though. So we're sitting there, right, baiting the minnows and whatnot, casting out. My brother's getting a lot of action. I ain't getting diddly squat. Brother catches the first fish. It's some like gar or whatever, long fish, throws it out. It dies immediately because I guess the water shocked it or whatnot. But then, you know, he's casting out. We're casting out. We're wading out. He's casting into the grass, and he's like, oh, I think I caught something. And I turn around. His rod is bowing, and I'm thinking like, okay, either he caught like a crab is like tugging at it, like, or he caught a really big fish, or he caught a log. And you know, I'm just waiting for that disappointment to set in, like, oh, my hook's stuck, you know what I mean? So I'm like half, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, half reserving my expectation, you know, I'm like, I don't want to just like get all excited and get him all excited and then just turn out his, you know, hook got stuck on something, which is usually what happens. You think got something really big and it was just seaweed or a net or a log. And so he's sitting there reeling in. He's fighting it for a good while, and I'm sitting there like, darn, he's fighting this. Like, it would have been stuck by now. He probably caught something pretty big, but you know, holding my expectations. And he's, you know, he's doing it like a champ. Didn't have to help him at all, but he's sitting there reeling it in, slowly walking back out of the water onto the beach, reeling it in, taking time to fight it and whatnot. He starts getting up closer to the shore, and I see thrashing in the water. I'm like, oh, no way. And he's like, it's a big fish. And I'm the one that starts freaking out, like, what is it? What is it? He's like, I don't know yet. And he's sitting there trying to get it all up. He pulls it up. It was a probably 17 9/10 of an inch long redfish.
Oh,
Jesus
Thing
Christ.
was beautiful. A beautiful redfish.
Behemoth.
Oh yeah.
Your fucking little
That was
brother caught that shit?
awesome. Not the littlest one, the middle one.
Still though.
No, yeah. Like, not that much experience in fishing.
and those things are
Yeah.
hard to reel. Too,
Yeah.
so he was
Oh, yeah.
struggling. I'm sure. What
No,
a champ.
I am
They called redfish
so
for a
proud of
reason.
them. Oh yeah. All they see is red. But I am
Red.
so proud of that little dude because he handled that like a champ. He didn't freak out. He didn't ask for help. He didn't start like, you know,
Locked the
doing
fuck
just
in.
weird movements. Yeah, he just locked in and he got that up on beach. And unfortunately, 18 inches or larger, I think you can keep, but it was just shy of 18 inches, but that's fine. But you know, got the hook out, released it. That thing was beautiful. That's just so cool, catching minnows and then your, you know, little brother catching a redfish, a behemoth redfish off of a minnow. That was just, today was so perfect. Then afterwards we went out to get Chinese. So
Bro caught fish and went, you know what? I want some sushi.
no. Got chicken.
That's the sad thing about fishing is most of the time, especially shoreline, if you don't have a good spot, you're not catching any keepers that you can eat.
No.
You know,
Unfortunately not, no.
the regulations are crazy nowadays.
Dude, that's why I like that one boat ramp that we fish off of that you know where I'm talking about, Travis, the one we
Yeah.
fish it at night. Because like most of what you're gonna catch there are croakers, and you can eat croakers, and they taste pretty good. A lot of people see them as trash fish, but they taste really good, croakers. But
Croaker.
Croaker. Straight croaking it. But
Fish.
But no, that was my day. So I got a cast net, Travis. We got to go fishing sometime. Now we don't need to buy bait.
Yeah.
That's a great thing.
When y'all go fishing again, y'all gotta record some little snippets of y'all out there. Throw it up on the social medias.
Yeah.
Like,
that'd be
if you listen to Kewlcast, you'll be just as cool as us. Fishing.
Yeah. Fishing.
Turn our fishing trips into a Kewlcast ad.
Yeah.
Eventually, if it gets big enough, you can use it as a tax write-off and buy stupid expensive reels for free.
That is so
Preston.
true. That is so true.
Let me kiss you on the lips, bro. That's such a good idea. But well, that was my week.
Hell yeah.
Pretty fun. Pretty good week. Gonna go down and play pickleball with a different friend that I met. A new friend. Yeah.
Oh, is it Jay? First initial of his name, Jay, the guy I know.
Yeah.
Hell
He
yeah.
invited me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. Besides that, I know, Preston, you said that you had some big news you want to say for the end. So are we all kind of done with our small talk? Our weekly yapping?
So, I don't know how to break this, but I'm going to Texas.
Oh.
Ooh.
So I've been kind of planning my own little trip, and I got my days approved off. It'll be from November 8th all the way through the 17th. So it's gonna be like a little birthday vacation for myself that I planned out.
Oh yeah.
I have never left this little cluster. Florida, Georgia, Alabama, never been outside of these 3 states. I have never been outside of my surrounding cities alone by myself before. The farthest I've ever driven out by myself is from where I live to where Travis lives to where David lives, and out where my Nana lives. That's like literally the 4 cities in this cluster. I've never been outside of these cities alone by myself.
That's like an hour distance of driving. Only an hour.
Yeah, it sometimes even less depending on traffic, especially if I take the interstate to reach you, David.
Yeah.
But so yeah, November 8th, because my birthday's the 9th. But yeah, it's just a birthday trip I planned out. November 8th, I will be leaving all alone and driving 10 to 12 hours out to Texas.
Ooh, that's pretty sick, actually.
10 days. So that's going to be fun. I've got a friend out there I'm going to meet up with. She's going to show me around the place and shit. Chill out, have a fucking baller ass time. They got some cool big gardens they're known for, like sightseeing stuff. They got a bunch of museums. Like they're pretty popular.
Oh, lucky.
For I shouldn't say the museum out loud because that's that'd probably give away where I'd be going. But
yeah,
it's
all our fans.
It's a war museum, but it's based on one of the recent wars within the past 200 years. It's a pretty big one, so that's really cool. But they got a bunch of cool things in the area, and I think they've got some restaurants or food places that we don't have down here. So I'm super fucking
they got
stoked to
Jack
try
in the
that.
Box.
Oh, they do?
I don't like Jack in the Box, but yeah, they got it.
Aw.
I just want to try it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's worth trying.
They have In-N-Out.
Yeah. Texas is one of the few places I've been to. Very cool state. Very. I had a good time when I was there. Then again, I was a child, so it's hard to remember it all. But yeah.
I had a layover in Texas, and the airport was like a massive mall, and they did have a Jack in the Box, but I got there at night, so it was closed. I was so upset.
Sounds like you might have landed out in Dallas. So I think Dallas, Texas is like the most popular point. It's most recognizable because that's the capital of Texas, isn't it? Or is that just the big city of it that people know?
Might be. I don't remember actually. They all sound like they could be the capital.
Yeah, Dallas and Houston both.
Yeah, Houston, that's it.
Pretty
I think Houston is the... Let me check the ticket real quick. Be right back.
Take it, bro.
I've only been to the area surrounding Houston-ish, wherever that is.
It was
I think
Houston.
That's more on the eastern side, yeah.
I landed over in Houston. It was like a massive mall complex. But
place I'm going to, it's not a very big place, so it should be... I've been told that Texas is probably one of the best states to go to see the stars. because since it's just a massive landmass, there's just a lot of land just not accompanied by light. Yeah. So that'd be beautiful because that's. I won't say why that's really cool to me because that pertains to this week's topic, but.
Oh yeah.
So that's my big news is I will be going out to Texas all by myself. That'll be very fun.
Congratulations, man.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that is going to be really fun.
I've got everything.
I know driving in my truck, something like that makes me nervous still just because I don't want to find out problems about my truck, out in the middle of Texas.
Yeah. So far, that's the only thing I'm concerned about is because the car I drive, the Buick, it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's a reliable ass engine, but will randomly have like weird issues just pop out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But I got trust.
You can't roll down the windows and AC stops working, and you're going to be in that like Texan heat.
Try not to turn the car off while you're driving this time. That might help.
It saves on gas mileage.
Yeah.
The only concern about the Buick is overheating. Like if I'm just stuck at a dead stop too many times for too long, then it'll run over. But as long as I'm driving, it'll be fine. So I'm not too concerned.
I'm not familiar with how humid it gets in Texas, but I can imagine it gets pretty hot.
Yeah.
Over there. I don't know about this time of year though.
Plus, it'll be closer to November, so it'll be chilled out a little more.
Yeah. Yeah, you might see some snow even. I don't know.
I fucking hope not. I don't want my first like big trip to be accompanied by fucking ice and snow.
Oh man,
I don't want to drive through that shit. I want to experience it. I don't want to drive through it.
No, yeah. My first ever big trip alone was by airplane, so being in car, all the power to you, man.
Yeah, I've specifically chosen by car because it would be smarter to get plane. It wouldn't be that expensive to get a round trip there and back, but I just need to just kind of drive them. Plus, dealing with customs, I've only heard the most irritating fucking things.
It was actually so much more easier than I thought. I got so scared about it. I got so worked up, and it was just like literally checked my ID, kind of went through my bag, kind of patted me down, and I walked right through, and I'm in the airport. Just have to go to my gate. It was so easy.
See, it's not bad if you do it like once there and back, but with like layovers, having to like go to the hotel some nights, we ended up having to go through customs like maybe 4 or 5 times, and that was just that did start to get annoying very quick.
Fair.
Was the hotel paid for, or was it accommodated?
Yes, they no, it wasn't.
You had to pay for your.
Wasn't.
Oh right, because they let you spend the fucking night in the airport, don't they?
That's almost what I had to do. I had to spend a couple hours in the airport.
No, my aunt funded that trip for us because that was the whole point.
Yeah.
She wanted us to come up there, so she paid for our hotel. The airport did not.
Not based on the airport, but based on your aunt.
Yeah.
Who else but fourth letter for airlines, where life is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, I'm really looking forward to getting pictures from that trip, Preston.
Gosh.
Yeah, take some pics.
Yeah, no kidding. I want to see you oiled up in Texas, roasting out in that Texas sun.
I want to see him honey mustard up.
Oh.
Travis, I have this
emphasis on honey.
Oh my goodness.
This outfit idea? Go
on. 4 sticks of butter.
Cut that out.
Hey. You're just gonna hear 4 sticks of butter, and then it just cuts to us talking about something totally random. Anyways, so speaking of this week's topic, Preston kind of had a little sneak peek. This week's topic will be along the lines, kind of continuing the thought of Travis's previous topic of, creative outlets. I was thinking, I really liked that conversation. We could continue it with hobbies, either past hobbies that you've done that you thought was really cool, present hobbies that you do and why you do them, or future hobbies that you want to do or look interesting and why you'd want to get into them, or just weird hobbies you see and just want to talk about. So, have you guys ever heard of mooing?
Cow do?
Yeah, apparently that's where people get together and I guess moo.
Excuse me?
What?
Yeah. I've heard the pig calling where people like get up and do
yeah.
Those are really funny to watch. I love those.
Yeah.
Have
Have you never
you guys
seen
ever
that,
done?
Preston?
Oh, go on. Oh wait, Preston, have you never seen that?
No.
The pig calling?
People just standing up
goodness.
and screaming pretty much.
Dude, it's
No,
like it's a whole
seriously.
convention. Like
Yeah, they have
they'll
a
go up on stage with a microphone and do like really
That sounds like a
exaggerated
headache.
pig
Their-
calls.
Their face
It
will
is.
turn red when
But
they're
they
doing
get
it.
so into it.
They really do.
Please.
I'm so
No,
serious.
this might be another editor moment, but please tell me someone's gone up there and went, all right, are you all right? Put your hands on your head.
Oh my goodness. I have a no. But no, it is hilarious to watch. And honestly, if we didn't have people putting themselves in the line to make those noises in public, I wouldn't have entertainment. I'd be bored all the time.
Yeah.
I think you're both
That's-
liars.
No, I have never heard of mooing.
I just looked up weird things, and I just assumed it was like the pig calling, people getting up there.
Yeah, we ought to have a new segment every episode where it's like 5 minutes of mooing from all of us.
I'm straight up mooing it right.
Oh my goodness.
Mooing, I got
It's,
udders
instead
on
of
my
me-
shit.
Instead of mewing, it's mooing. Extreme ironing. Oh my goodness. I remember that being a fad some years ago. Did you
Whoa,
guys ever see
hey, we
that?
can't say.
I said fad.
You just made it awful.
Oh my goodness. I hate you. Did you guys ever hear about that?
Okay, which one?
Extreme ironing.
Uh,
Extreme ironing.
maybe if I
Sure.
saw it, I'd recognize it.
It was like a thing where people would go to the most extreme locations, like underwater or on top of a mountain, or like paragliding or something, and they would take out like a whole ironing board and iron a shirt or something.
So it's just planking, but with just different.
Yeah, exactly. It's like extreme ironing. I haven't
It's
heard
the same
that.
vibes as I bet you ain't never seen some dude inject chocolate milk into a green pepper while skydiving 70,000 feet in the air.
Yeah.
That video.
I don't know that video in specific, but I know that concept. Beetle fighting. That goes hard.
I'm
Hold up. Guys, let's go gamble on beetle fighting.
My money is on. Never mind.
I know exactly what you're gonna say. Oh no!
Stop while you're ahead of yourself.
Oh yeah.
This has been a bad week for the editor.
Oh man. Obviously, a hobby that I've sort of recently gotten into is fishing. I know here recently with the heat waves and stuff like that, I haven't done a whole lot of it just because everybody's been saying it's been, fishing's been crap and whatnot. And the weather and stuff hasn't been for it, so I just haven't really bothered with it. But I know it's something, especially with the purchase of a net, something that I hope to get really back into some more. It's a really cheap hobby. I really like because it's just so easy and relaxing, and it gets you out, gives you something to do when you're out and about. What are some hobbies that you guys wish to talk about?
I know. I would like to comment that I can second that fishing part. Kind of always been like passingly into it as a kid and into my adulthood. I wouldn't say I'm super deep into it, but I still do enjoy fishing. Like as an every once in a while type thing.
Yeah.
But I know we've already talked about it a lot on the podcast, so I won't beat my opinions on it into the ground.
Yeah.
Suppose I can go into what I was about to say is we use a little hobby I have that I didn't necessarily like start doing it as I was like, you know what I want to do. It's just something I kind of did, and then later on realized just how often I did it. I take pictures of the sky. I'm sure I know you guys have seen 100 times the
dedicated Walmart sky pictures.
the infamous parking lot sky pictures. Yeah, I have a ton of them that I'll just kind of. I find myself just while I'm walking to the doors or back to my car, I'll just find myself kind of looking up at the sky sometimes.
That's really cool. And so it got you into what is it? Astronomy?
What? No? I just take pictures of the sky.
I know. Okay, well, I know earlier you're hinting at like stars, and I thought like, oh, this is like what got you into astronomy.
Yeah, no, I just
thought
thought it was going to be awesome because I'll just take pictures of a clear sky for once.
It is really nice, and low key, I always enjoyed. It's not even infamous. I always enjoyed getting pictures of like the pretty sky from you.
Dude, yeah, because I know we joke about it, but it is genuinely true that franchise's parking lot sometimes produces the best angle to view the sky from, dude. Honestly. It is so beautiful. I even remember as a kid, like, walking out of, like, big chain stores like that, and just, wow, sky. It's so pretty right now.
Oh, that's
It'll be like,
so cool.
Golden clouds with purple hues and all that stuff. It's just and the god rays coming through, and it's just be so gorgeous.
They got ray tracing on that shit.
They do.
It's crazy.
It's funny you say that. I've got a cool ass picture. I'm gonna go find it real quick.
Bad, but oh yeah. Oh man, that reminds me. Another hobby that I kind of let fall by the wayside. This is like a previous hobby that I want to get back into, and I feel really bad because I dropped like a lot of money on it just to like, I keep saying like a lot of this episode, but just to lose interest in, not entirely, but just for personal reasons. It's just a bad time. But photography, that's something I seriously want to get back into. Just taking photos, going out and doing photo shoots. I really want to because I always enjoyed getting out with a high school friend and just like taking the camera to places and taking photos just to look back. Because I always love documenting like trips, right? It's kind of like a hand in hand. I want to go on trips and it's fun taking pictures because I can remember the trip later. And also taking pictures makes me want to plan more trips. It's like an excuse to plan more trips. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because it'd be like, why do I want to go out into the forest? Well, I could take some really cool photos, you know? It's like finding something to do on a trip. Oh my goodness. Gorgeous.
I'd take me some good pictures of the sky.
I especially enjoy the bottom left one and the first one you sent that sent its own.
The first one I sent because you mentioned the rays, and the bottom left one is just like a clashing of two colors.
It's so pretty.
I like the top left one because you could
Walmart that is too.
Yeah, I like the top left one because like the insane, like you could see the layers of clouds, like you could clearly see there's a different depth to each of them.
And that weird band in the left of it. That's funny. I know I used to take a lot of photos of the sky too, but the problem I always ran into was I would always run out of storage. And compared to like other stuff I want to keep, I just always delete the photos of sky.
Fair.
So anytime I see a pretty sky, I'm like, I just gotta remember it, David. Don't take a picture. Yeah, taking a picture of having iced tea at Travis's house in a bowl, that's more important.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
That was when we were trying to cook rice. And you put butter in the pan. Oh yeah, that's a hobby.
Butter.
That I really wish to see you get back into. I think about that a lot.
Cooking?
Travis. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it lately. The issue with all of these hobbies is just money. It's like I have to essentially reroute what little funds that I have for groceries into a lot of these ingredients, which would stretch a lot further. It's way more efficient, but I'm kind of stuck in that trap of just buy the easy frozen thing.
Yeah. I can totally understand that.
I've really been thinking about that a lot more lately. It's funny that this kind of happens. This topic comes up now because last night I was like really thinking like, man, you gotta cook more, man. There's a lot of interesting shit you could be making.
I know.
Like, I want to make dough. I want to make some bread and shit. I gotta make some dough.
All I'm thinking of is a gif of a cat sped up by like 1.7 times, just kneading a blanket. He's like, I gotta make some dough. I gotta make some dough.
I was thinking of the GTA 5 cutscene where Michael goes to Lester's.
I gotta make some
he's
dough.
like, I gotta make some dough.
Love that.
David, we need to cook.
I'm
sorry, Mr. Oh, I don't want to just say your last name. No, yeah. Because I always think, man, I wonder what Travis... Because, like, anytime I'm, like, making something, like, slightly more than just, like, baking or microwave or boiling water, I'm always like, man, I wonder what Travis could make. Like, man, I know Travis used to cook. I was like, I wish he would cook again.
Nothing anymore, man. All my knowledge. That's the thing with all the things I try to learn about. I feel like I lose so much of my knowledge on certain things.
I'm like, right there with you.
Like, I don't think I could make a single, like, edible dish right now if I tried.
But no, it would be fun getting back into it, though.
No, yeah.
That's
something I've found is making general dishes like spaghetti or just chicken and rice or whatnot. It's because I do a lot of, like, unless I do it like consistently enough times in a row, which with certain things that can be difficult to do, like cooking the same fucking meal so many times in a row. But I guess a very short way of remembering it is I don't remember seasonings whatsoever, not even a little bit. But I boil it down to ground beef. Cook that. I throw that shit in a pan until it's brown. For chicken, I cut it to strips, put it in a pan, make sure there's no pink, and then that I just get the basics down of what is your base, and then remember how to do that. And usually, what I'm trying to cook slips in from then on.
Yeah,
but then again,
it's always like go by the vibe.
Then again, any dish I ever make, I have my notes open on my phone, recording every step. So if I ever want to make it again in the future,
that's clever. That's actually really clever. But I recommend that. I know with the seasoning parts, my rule of thumb is if you really like it, put a lot of it in there. Because most of the time when you go to like, oh man, I really like pepper in this dish, and you pour some pepper in there, you're not gonna taste it. It's always like you gotta coat that thing in pepper to get that flavor.
Depends on the seasoning and the dish.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But a lot of seasonings like oregano, pepper,
oregano.
Yeah.
I found
basil.
that there's a fine line between I can't taste it and I'm tasting too much of it. So it's kind of that one's
very
tricky to solve with me.
I know garlic and salt, obviously salt, but garlic is those are big offenders of like, it's easy to put too much in there. I almost said onions, but I love onions too much, but I know for some people it might be too much. Man, I love cooking fish. I don't really like cooking that much, but frying up fish that I caught, it's always a satisfying feeling. It's another aspect of fishing that I enjoy. But no, yeah, man. But if you ever want to, like, need help or something, I'd always just be down, like, just for crafts and giggles, like, you and I cooking something.
Yeah.
I know the
Turn
other
into
day,
content, baby.
dude. Yes. Oh, I was gonna say binging with, and then I was gonna say your last name, Travis.
Oh, what is it? Why do you want to keep saying our last names on this show, dude?
Tonight,
you've done that like 4 times lately. No, you can't dox me, David.
My favorite bit was oh yeah, and I met your friend Jay, and I was like, oh yeah, I might know a guy. His name is Preston. Preston, can I say your last name on stream? I was like, just say my name. Just say my first name.
Say my name.
I was like, you already said my first name. They know who I am. That's when I started noticing it, but it's funny. I find it funny.
No, yeah. It's one of those things I still have to ease into, like, talking on the podcast. I don't know why, but there's certain things that I have to train my brain to not do. Also, new hobbies that I personally want to get into, that I'm trying to get into right now, is piano.
Ooh, dude, piano is good.
He's a bit of a pianist.
Yeah, a pianist. I know. He was teasing me about that the other day. Yeah, no, I know my church has a band, obviously, and it's made up of just regular people, and I was overhearing them talking to my dad, and they're like, yeah, we need to, he's like, asking my brother, do you want to play the piano? And my dad was like, well, no, he's already trying to learn how to play bass. And I was like, wait, you need a pianist? And he was like, yeah, I need a pianist. Travis, giggle. Get your giggles out. Alright. He's like, yeah, I need a pianist. And I was like, oh man, I've wanted to shut up. I've wanted to learn the piano for so long, but it's been one of those things I don't want to pay for lessons because that's just too expensive, or I don't want to buy a piano or a keyboard. But he's like, yeah, man, he's got a couple of keyboards and start coming over during the band practice and, you know, just watch some YouTube videos and stuff. So I was like, heck yeah. I went to the first meeting the other night, Thursday night, and was just trying to understand what a chord was. C.
I don't know what chords are either.
C, E.
I hate learning chords.
F. Yeah, I understand it now. It clicked.
You've got your majors and minors. I believe your majors are F, A, C, E, and your minors are what is it? E, A, D, G. Oh no, it's
no.
Every
because
boy does good always. Something like that. I learned an acronym for it, but it's something like that. You got in between the lines for sheet music is FACE, and then the lines themselves are what?
Yeah. So you cut out for a second, but you cut back in. So
yeah.
I just know it seemed like you had majors and minors for each note. I could be totally wrong, but I'm such a beginner to music as a whole. Like past just plucking whatever instrument I have in my hands, like the kalimba or the harmonica or guitar. I can't really play anything. So, but no, I'm super stoked because I've always wanted to learn how to play the piano. It always sounds really pretty. And so, and it'll give me something to do, you know, being a part of the church band, getting up there, just more stuff to interact with people, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
More excuse to get out.
Bang.
I'm really looking forward to that. Yes, sir. Banger. But figured you'd get a kick out of that, Preston, being Mr. Music yourself.
I can hit you all with a very fun fact about pianos.
Oh yeah?
Pianos and guitars are so much more closely intertwined in the psychology of it than we think. They are very fucking different instruments in the way you play them. Though they are both string instruments, they're both popular, difficult string instruments with a low floor and a very high ceiling. Mm-hmm. But they're so intertwined with the way you play the instruments, like how you figure out the notes, chord progressions and shit, that if you play piano for a year, if you are fluent in piano and you go to play guitar and you get good at guitar, but piano is still your number one, music teachers can tell by the way you play guitar. You've got like a piano fingering when you play guitar a certain way.
It's an accent.
Yeah, exactly.
Piano accent.
And it's the same,
or vice versa.
And I believe it's the same way with guitar to piano. It's way more noticeable piano to guitar, but
I feel like you've told us this before, but I totally forgot. But that's a sick
I definitely say this a lot.
That.
It's very fun.
I know my father got up there, and you know, I'm sitting there looking at all the chords and stuff. I'm looking at like a chart for like finger placements, and they just look like lines to me. I'm still having to figure out like actual placements on the piano itself, like where to put my fingers at. And my dad just looks at it and he's like, "Oh man, this is so easy." And he just starts playing. I mean, my father's been playing the guitar for years, so I thought that was funny. It's just like, yeah, of course you're gonna get it, and I love it. And don't get me wrong, I'm so grateful. But I had the situation of all these people who's been playing their instrument for like 20 some odd years telling me just how easy it is to learn the piano, or man, and they're like, "Hey, it's really easy," and then they show me something like super complex and I have no idea what they're doing, and they're like, "Can you do that?" And I'm like, "Dude, I've said it and I'm going to keep saying it. I am new to music. I have no idea how to play anything. Seriously." But no, yeah, I've been watching YouTube videos. I'm gonna try to learn that. Just for crafts and giggle, Wonderwall.
Nice.
That's gonna be like a goal, like a personal challenge, just researching it. But no, yeah, YouTube videos. Even though I'm really bad about like sticking to stuff, I'm trying to get so much better at that. That's the problem with getting into any new hobby for me, is like the actual sticking to learning it. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to improve that.
I don't know if you could call it a hobby per se, but I've been relearning how to play Rock Band.
Oh? Was that a game or?
Yes. Rock Band. It's like Guitar Hero. It's the Guitar Hero competitor. Guitar Hero Rock Band.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I didn't know that.
and it's difficult because that fifth button or whatever. But I don't know. I'm not gonna delve too deep into it because I wouldn't necessarily call that a hobby. Call it more of a game. Time to play the game.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know there was other major competitors for Guitar Hero.
Mm-hmm.
Has Guitar Hero released a game?
Nope.
In a while.
Guitar Hero Live was their last one they released back in like 2015, and they closed the servers down late 2010s because it just was not it.
It sucked.
Oh man, that sucks. I remember, was it the PS2 I think or the PS3 having the actual guitar for Guitar Hero is so cool.
It was both, I think, PS2 and PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just didn't remember which one I had it on, but yeah, I wanted the drum set so bad. It looked so
We
cool.
had the drum set for Rock Band. For Rock Band 4 Rivals Edition, we got the full band set. It came with 2 guitars, drum set, and a built-in mic. When we went up to Alabama, God knows how many years ago, and I loved using the drums so fucking much, but it was some time ago we sold it, like it was just taking up space or something like that, and they sold it off for like $80, which no one was using it at the time. Those drum sets are so fucking expensive now. Those things are
fair.
so goddamn expensive.
Yeah, that's how it seems to go.
Mm.
I know, when I was younger, I used to collect anything that I thought was cool. I was just a big collection nerd. Like, just collecting anything, didn't matter what genre or whatnot.
Mm.
But I used to collect Lego Ninjagos as well. I was real big into that. And they had the Lego Ice Dragon, and it had, like, moving parts. I didn't care. I wasn't really going to play with it. I just wanted to build it and put it up on a shelf. And they didn't sell it anywhere where I live. And I remember me and my mom, like, I saved up quarters and dollars and stuff just to buy the set. And, we go to the stores and they don't have it anywhere. And we're scouring everywhere. And I guess the internet was still kind of, like, new for stuff like that. Like, let's look on the internet for stuff like that. So my mom started scouring the internet and she's like, okay, this particular Toys R Us or a Target, I don't know, I think it was a Toys R Us, has it in stock. So we go there and pick it up. And I remember I built it. I'm so excited. I'm so proud. I have it on my shelf. My middle brother, which was the youngest at the time, was really young. He climbed the bookshelf of, like, as a, 2 or 3 year old, climbed the bookshelf to the top shelf, not only knocked off all my Legos and all my other Lego collections, but he actually broke. You'd be like, oh, he just he separated your Lego pieces, just put them back together. He broke the individual pieces.
How
themselves.
the fuck do you break a Lego? What the hell?
I know.
Oh
I know.
my god.
He was determined.
He was determined.
Hungry.
And my mom will occasionally check like Amazon just to like see how much that's going for nowadays. It's like $200 or $300 set.
Dude,
I got
Legos.
$30 at the time.
Legos are so sad nowadays. It's like,
Yeah.
oh well, look, that's a tiny model of a car that's only like 100 pieces. That's not much. It's very low. How much is it? $70.
Yep.
It's like, why? Who the fuck
Legos
wants to
is
pay
going
that?
So downhill.
Like, respectfully,
So-
I don't care how much someone likes Legos. That will never be something I'm going to buy them for like a birthday or Christmas, unless it is a very special set. But even then, they're just way too fucking expensive for what they're worth.
Ironically, their Minecraft sets are really cheap. Like, cheaper than the other sets, I will say. Some of them are like, why would you
Weirdly
pay that
cheaper.
much? Yeah, weirdly cheaper. And you think like really big name brand like that would be the most expensive, but no, they're not. No, like you said, they'll just have some small obscure thing that like, who would buy this? It's like $80.
Yeah, there's a Jaws Lego set actually releasing this year, and that's very interesting to me because my dad is super into Jaws, and he's the one who told me about it. So I've had that like on my radar as a Christmas gift for him. But I'm pretty sure the last I checked, it's like $70 on release. Like, that's ridiculous for some Legos. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just things you don't pay for out of principle. Like, no, I don't care how much you like that. That's insane. I feel bad for the Lego hobbyists out there.
Yeah, dude. Oh.
Yeah, solitude was here.
The consequences of that one Star Wars piece.
One Star
It was I think it was the Falcon or something like that. It was like the really
Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, Millennium Falcon. That was like the notorious expensive Lego piece for so many years ago. And it was so sought after because it was so yada yada yada. And I'm willing to bet Lego saw that and went, so they're willing to do that for some Legos.
It's the equivalency of PlayStation seeing that people would actually pay absurd prices for PS5 off of scalpers, and they're like, you know what, $800 for the PS5 Pro, bro. Like people willing to pay for crap, companies seeing that, charging stuff, and people being like, why is it so expensive? So yeah,
I've heard arguments. I'm no economy expert, but I've heard that's a lot of the reason why groceries are so high is because COVID.
You need to buy
kind of went up, and COVID kind of showed like, oh, we can raise prices. People are just gonna buy it anyway because they literally have to. We just keep this up.
It's also I could go really into depth on it if I don't know how much depth we want to get into that.
The only thing I want to add to that is it's the main reason I fucking hate Call of Duty. Call of Duty is the number one, or not the number one reason why, but it's the number one motivator as to why video games spiked their fucking prices. It was one of the first, I want to say it was the first, but I can't confirm that, but it was one of the first few games to go $70, and people were like, that's ridiculous. I pre-ordered it. They all kept fucking buying it because everyone who plays Call of Duty is a fucking lobotomite, apparently. And every other game studio went, well, they seemed angry, but clearly they just made record profits off it. We're going to do the same.
Wasn't it Vanguard that made the price spike too? Wasn't it fucking Vanguard?
Oh my goodness.
God knows.
I don't know. I think it was slightly before that. I'm trying to remember though.
It's still just that's like one of the big reasons I don't fucking like I don't. My opinion of the Call of Duty fanboys, I've never really been a part of because it's like they just play the whatever, they stick to their game. But now that it has consequences to the rest of the gaming market, I'm gonna make fun of diehard COD fanboys because they're literally the reason games are able to go so fucking expensive for like nothing worth of a game anymore.
Yep. Dude, I was watching a YouTuber earlier talking about, because Civilization 7, if you're anywhere in that sphere, I'm a big Civ player. But Civilization 7 is releasing, right? And I haven't really looked at the prices or whatnot. Civ 6 kind of turned me off, but I still play it. I've been playing it recently because I picked it up on a sale a couple years ago. But anyways, I was watching a YouTuber talk about Civ 7 and like how Firaxis is like contributing to the toxic like pricing of games and stuff like that and anti-consumer practices. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I want to hear more about this. And he's going in like they have 3 different, it's not, the game's not even out, and they have 3 different pre-order editions. Like the first one's starting at like $80. The second one's like $100, and the third one I don't even know how much. It was just ridiculously expensive. And he's going on like, yeah, this is just really bad. It's like they know they can get away with it. They're trying to like, you know, get money for the investors. They know people are going to buy it, and it's going to create a FOMO because if you think your friends are getting in 5 days early, you want to get 5 days in early, so you're going to drop. And he's like, yeah, man, the price sucks. I know I'm still going to buy it anyways, probably the $100 edition. I'm like, dude, I clicked off the video immediately. It's like, you are the exact reason why they charge that much. That's insane. It's the one thing that people like completely, like the point that flies over everybody's head straight into Two Towers when they talk about that issue. It's like, games are expensive because you still buy them.
Yeah.
You cannot complain that games are expensive if you're still buying them for the expensive price.
Yep.
Unfortunate.
I don't like these people. They made the game more expensive. There's less content. It's like, oh, so what game are you gonna play instead? Oh, I paid $140 for the premium edition of that game. It's like, well, where it fucking goes.
Yeah, the game's gonna come out in like 2 years. It's already been delayed 3 times, but like I dropped another $40 on it.
That's why I just don't pre-order games anymore, unless it's from like a small artist or whatever. Like indie devs. Indie devs get an excuse because they fund their own shit. All the funding comes from their pockets. And if they make a game that you're interested or in, or you know them or whatever, if it is a AAA company, they do not need your fucking money. They already make enough as is. AAA companies
I'd almost agree with you on the indie front, but like there's been some pretty big stinkers. But pre-ordering itself, I just don't agree with anymore. The only like version that I could see pre-ordering is like, technically it's not pre-ordering, but like alpha. Oh, the game is an alpha, we're still developing it. Yeah, but we need money to like keep developing it, so you could buy it now and hope the game gets released. Yeah. That I'm fine with, because if it's a fun game, then like it's not even really early access, if that makes sense. It's just a fun game you're buying.
Right. That's what I was about to say. Is that is a little biased off of my front, that opinion, because it's one of those, like, I saw the background thought of, but if you're just a massive fan of a certain series, like, you're of course gonna buy it to begin with, but generally, pre-orders just, if the pre-order does nothing but either get you a few days early, like, that's not a bonus. You can wait 3 fucking days. If games don't have any, if they don't have any pre-order bonus, you're spending money on a game that's not out yet, that you don't know how, yada yada. The only time pre-orders have literally been worth pre-order is when they came with physical fucking objects that warranted paying for a game that doesn't exist yet.
Farming Sim 25.
Bro,
you can pre-order Farming Sim 25, and it comes with a USB plugin. It comes with the USB plugin of a key, like a the ignition starter, and it comes with the key, and if you turn the key in the ignition starter, it'll actually turn the tractors on in game.
That's so fucking cool.
That is so cool. It is so cool, and I'm so tempted to get it. So tempted, but that's so cool. See, that's a good point. Like that's pre-ordering.
Like when there's actual value in pre-ordering itself, other than you're still gonna get the fucking game the day it releases. There is no reason to pre-order unless it's a small company that could actually profit. But again, they're gonna profit from you buying it to begin with. So,
and what's funny is that you'll pre-order it just to get to play 10 days early, but oops, the game has been delayed for 2 years.
Oh, yeah, that's another big thing. Yeah.
No, yeah, pre-ordering actively makes games worse, because why does a company need to put in effort to make a good game in order to sell it if all of their customers have already bought it before the game even came out?
That's a good point.
Yep.
Like, you give them... There's also another big problem with investing groups. Like, Sweet Baby Inc. Why make a good game that you need to, like, make money back? Like, you have to make a good product to get people to buy it, to make money. But if you got an investor group saying, well, if you put this stuff in here, we'll give you all this money.
We'll meet your quota already.
Yeah, exactly. You've met your quota. Why do you need to make a good game? You just put out crap. If nobody buys it, you still made your money. So that's another issue I don't see people talking about in terms of gaming. I haven't seen many people talk about. Yeah, gaming is a very weird hobby nowadays. It seems like it has exploded into just general like lifestyle for a lot of people. Whereas back then it used to be really a hobby. Like either you did outdoor activities, or you drove cars, or you were into this or that, like craftsman, or played golf. It's like, oh yeah, I would play games, and that like was a genuine hobby. But it's like nowadays everybody has a hobby and they play games. I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think to some extent, they're branching into, they're just another form of media, because everyone has a hobby and they still go watch movies.
That is a good point. You know what? Dab me up on that one. That is a good point. But it is just such an interesting cultural shift. It's fun to play around in my mind. That's a very good point.
It is another reason, like the way I want to say I don't think I speak of it often, but then again, it's either because I don't really care to talk about it, because it doesn't make a difference to talk about it, and there's really, but I'm almost not, like, I hate how I've been playing games less, because I love playing games with the boys and whatnot. It's how I, like, read yada yada yada, but like being so busy, not playing games doesn't really changed much of my life as it is. I don't really recent times I don't feel like the only thing I feel for not playing a game is no longer but I'm not going to be able to get to this next but I'm not it's now it's like I haven't played or spoken with so and so in so long because we usually play games together. That's the only negative, which that's not even the game itself.
Yeah.
In terms of the games themselves, like there's just like I'm not missing games. I still love games when I do play them, but I'm no longer away and go like I could be playing X game right now. Like I don't feel that much anymore, and I kind of am grateful, maybe.
Yeah, it's like go on.
Yeah, because every time I've ever been employed, you guys know my interest in games just it goes away immediately, and I'm usually quite okay with that.
Yeah,
because I'm like actively doing shit in life. I have things going on.
Yeah, I do kind of miss though being at like school or being out and about, like you said, being busy and being like, man, I can't wait to get home to like try to achieve this in Minecraft or get that next level in Assassin's Creed or, you know, defeat this boss in so-and-so game.
Yep. It's part of the reason I've been loving streaming so far. Even if the streams themselves aren't getting anyone watching, I like the idea of, well, I'm gonna play this because then I'm gonna get farther in that game and find new shit to talk over and react to. It's like just
that's a good
getting
point.
not necessarily excited about it, but expecting to have that thing to go to. But then again, I'm a fucking crack fiend when it comes to planning stuff, so that tickles my brain as is.
Yeah, well, that is an interesting perspective. Yeah, it's kind of why a lot of my hobbies are outdoor related, because it gives me more. I love being outdoors, but it gives me excuses to be outdoors or be doing something. It's kind of like you said, streaming gives you an excuse to play games, and gaming gives you the excuse to stream. Hand in hand. Travis, you just need to cook.
I do. You're right.
Put your balls in the pan, sear them.
Ooh.
You know?
Ooh.
I want to make some, like, the first dish I'm going to make when I get back into it, I want to make some, like, proper cheesy bread, like some Little Caesars type, like some good Little Caesars. Because I will stand by that. Little Caesars, on a good day, has the best cheesy bread out there.
Oh, no, I agreed with you on the cheesy
proper,
bread.
like, seasoned Italian fucking cheesy bread. That's the first dish I'm going to make when I get back in this shit.
I'm going to dish you in the balls.
Why not next week? Why not next week?
Why not next week?
Yeah.
Because it depends on what we get from the store. Like,
oh, okay. Well, that's what I meant. Like, I guess go down when you go grocery shopping and just plan for that.
I probably will. What are you saying here?
I was just trying to motivate you, bro. Because I know I fall into
Stop
the trap
doing that. Leave me alone. I don't want to be motivated. Fuck off.
Yeah, you need to be motivated. I hate when I do that.
I'm sorry, that bro was so fucking solid. I'm just trying to motivate you, bro.
Broski.
Immediately turned me off to that motivation.
Whoa, his
Leave me alone.
wiener,
Whoa.
small,
I'm not turned on anymore.
mini tong.
The engines are revving down.
Really grinded your gears, huh?
No, they stopped grinding after that one.
Bro.
Picture of my foot.
We are at an hour and 5 minutes. Hey Preston, isn't there something you have to do?
Yes, there is.
I feel like this would be the perfect time to do it.
It is time, boys, for Preston
Shut up, Weezer.
versus honey mustard. Honey mustard. Honey mustard. Honey mustard.
That is
You look
so
like an
cursed.
alien. You look like an alien.
Mustard.
You look like those weird AI videos where it like superimposes the face and it's like Better Call Saul singing Pina
He
Colada.
looks like a horse.
What? How hungry?
I actually hate you.
What's new?
Over here clopping on my
Travis.
shit. Alright, let me go grab the utensils.
Audio listeners are having fun with this one.
Hi, Travis.
Hi, David.
When did you make cheesy bread? Could you save me a bite?
Huh? No. Sure.
Please, please, please,
Nope.
please, please, please.
You think I can afford to save food?
Is for me?
Yeah, it's fair.
Is for me?
No, I'll try. If I do make it, yeah, I'll try.
Alright, appreciate. You don't have to. No pressure. Preston, do honey mustard versus filet mignon. No, even better. Do honey mustard versus, like, lobster.
Okay. No.
Why so serious?
Have I already done these? No.
That beard is getting smexy.
Peaches.
Take your shirt off.
Peaches.
Take my shirt off, wouldn't do anything. I'm wearing an undershirt.
Take that off too.
Take your shirt off and put a girdle on.
Put a girl on.
No. What? No.
Dink.
Peaches.
Peaches.
Man, I throw some peaches right now.
And heavy
Oh, I
syrup.
just realized this is off.
What?
Honey mustard and peaches?
Yes.
Kind of. I feel like with how many...
these things, so.
I feel like with how weirdly well honey mustard has worked with so many things, I'm not...
Take it with a grain of salt. With a grain of salt. I'm a fucking weird dude when it
Fair.
comes to honey mustard. Grain of salt.
You're just a weird dude.
Yeah, because I don't like honey mustard that much, so a lot of this has seemed very awful.
Fair.
I'm sure our opinions would be very different.
Ah, I see.
But actually,
Ah, it's an ocarina, bro. Bro, you remember that time?
I don't like.
I gotta make sure it doesn't like drip honey mustard into my bucket. 'Cause I'm using it for lunch.
That was like a quick time event. His butt kit.
It's not bucket, but yeah, there you go. You can see a little worm on it.
You worming it.
Old fashioned. Oh.
That's interesting.
Oh.
Let me try an alternative way of this. Let me find a small one. It's not very small, but fuck it.
Mmm.
Oh my.
This is an image.
I need this clipped.
If you ever go big, you're never gonna be able to let that moment down.
Preston, stop thirst trapping right now, dude.
That's not on my teeth.
You're getting into some thirst trap territory with this one.
He's a trap? Bro, what? Since when?
It might be.
So wait, would it be reverse? He's a chick pretending to be a oh no.
That's bad.
Bad.
Yeah,
Wow, it's the
let's
first bad in
go.
a
We
while.
finally have a bad.
That just does not go together. Not even a little bit. Peaches are just
That's
very nice, calm, sweet. The interesting flavor of honey mustard, I feel, while I could eat it without making a face, objectively, that's just not good. That just ain't it.
Beginning to feel we're never gonna find something that's gonna make me. And
Not yet.
that's what I'm sad.
How about vomit and honey mustard?
You dare test me?
Yes. Yes. My watch agrees. Broken analog. Fork you.
Oh no, I can do It's better.
You must be Preston with a fork in his mouth if you think we fuck.
He just throws it perfectly and it stabs into his screen, his monitor. Oh my goodness, it's a high definition. Freddy farts.
You're getting too good at that, dude.
So I was at this. Hey, Freddy Farsbear. There's this new river in town. They serve the best salmon.
No, I can do it. Do 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 do. It's Green Hills, Sonic.
Oh, okay.
Sonic.
I didn't register.
Furry franchise.
He's a hedgehog.
Sonic is just Dragon Ball for autistic people. Did I send you that?
No, I've never seen that
Okay.
before. That's
Okay.
I get where the inference comes from because the emeralds, which, yes, I will agree, that is absolutely ripped for Dragon Ball. The emeralds turning him golden.
Hold up. There's other things to it too. Somebody put it perfectly. I thought I sent it to you though.
Nope.
Okay. Oh heck yeah. This Mexican this Mexican restaurant has a Broly figure holding a sombrero. I know this place is on static. Like speaking of Dragon Ball.
I'm seeing black spots.
Here, let me clear it out real quick.
You should probably. I was gonna say a joke. That's not good.
Perfect.
I guess too. I have one more hobby to cover before we wrap up. I suppose.
Oh my goodness, what?
Future hobby, I guess.
Oh, serious hobby? Okay.
Kinda.
Dick.
I thought you were gonna say like collecting teeth or something.
Oh, a serious hobby. Okay.
So collecting umbilical. No.
Oh my goodness, that's rancid. Go on.
So this is actually my dad's hobby. I've told David about this a little bit, but my dad came up in the 80s because he's an old fuck. Hi, Dad. Love you. Anyway.
He hunted dinosaurs.
He came up in the 80s, and with kids in the 80s, bicycle, that culture was really big.
Mm.
That was, like, large. And he had this really cool bike. I couldn't tell you the brand or what. He's told me 1,000 times, but I never remember it. Anyway, he's gotten super into buying these old bike parts and recreating. Like, right now, he's recreating the ideal version of the bike he had when he was a kid. And he's saying afterwards he's going to be recreating the bike he always wanted as a kid. So, anyway, long story short, I don't think I've ever seen my dad quite so passionate about a hobby like that. And it's got me kind of hyped. So, I'm going to try and get over there with him one day, like help him with the bike, have him teach me a few things about like how bikes work, how to like build one. Shit. So that's just a little wholesome little thing going on hobby-wise. So
it is kind of goes hand in hand with us talking about like our fascination with engineering stuff like that.
Yeah,
mechanical stuff. That's awesome. I really hope they can like go somewhere for you and not just, well, even if it's just a one-time thing, it might still be fun, but I hope that can go somewhere.
Hey.
Yeah,
we still need to.
What do you mean? I said it would be neat.
Oh,
it's
okay.
a final thought.
We need to do that trail.
Yeah,
gotta get Preston.
That is a great bike trail.
It is. Actually.
That is one of the few great things about this city, town.
Rock and roll built this.
We can either get
okay.
Triggered him.
do the.
I triggered it.
Alrighty. What moment are we at now? We're at 116. I've kind of talked about everything I want to talk about.
I'm
How
done.
about you guys? ultra realistic Freddy Fazbear.
Trying to think what other hobbies. Let's see, because I collect bottles. I
Oh,
kind of idle to do that. I have a fuckload of empty bottles under my bed.
I collect maps, world maps.
You actually just reminded me. My Juggernog bottle. As a kid, I got super into trying to recreate like shit from Call of Duty Zombies. So like prop building could have been a thing for me at some point.
Ah,
Fun.
that is really cool.
Of course, I play guitar
Oh yeah.
idly. I kind of just do that. One of my favorite things to doodle is very just dissonant kind of stuff. So I'll just sit there and like, I'll even take my cheap little Fender that's still tuned in E and just doom, bloom, doom, broom. And I'll just sit there and just let these long, weird little misshapen notes just kind of hang in the air.
That's neat.
Trying to think if there's anything else.
No. Also thinking of a hobby that I would like to get into. I used to do a lot of is hiking. I want to get back into hiking.
Hiking sounds
Hand in hand. Yeah, hand in hand with outdoors stuff, but I want to go back up and do part of the Appalachian Trail. I don't know. I'd love to do the whole trail, but like I don't want to do that by myself. So I gotta find someone to do that with. But just places of walking or hiking in general just sounds so much fun to me. And the excuse to get the camera out and take photos, do photo shoots. Oh my goodness, you picked your mic.
That was nasty sounding.
Nasty.
I love it though. It's such a funny video.
Put a girl on.
The audio came out like a wet fart.
It did. Or it's like somebody trying to talk with the wind blowing really hard.
Putting my wee wee in the fan blade.
Oh my goodness, Travis. Would you
Bro, it
please
smells like
shut up
caca
already?
wee whiz over here.
Yeah, I like that.
I think we're done. You're done.
Oh man, you're done. You need to leave. This has been a very... I quite enjoyed this episode as kind of long moments of silence as it was. We still had some good talking points. I hope the audience agrees with us. Type in the comment section if you do, or just watch this video and give us no engagement whatsoever. I don't care. Make sure to like, subscribe if you like what we do. Ring the notification bell down below. We release every Tuesday, 12 CPM, right? CPM.
CST.
It gets worse every week.
CST. Close.
I don't know how.
Don't know why. Anyways, CST. You can check us over at Spotify, YouTube. There's a third one I was forgetting, but it doesn't matter. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, respective name, the Kewlcast podcast. I try to upload. I've gotten better at keeping up with those, but like, you know, if you want to see some more, you know, cool Kewl content, make sure to check that out. I have been your host for tonight, David, followed by my co-host, Travis.
Hello, you can find me on YouTube at TmanKewl5355. Check me out, new content just went up. Kewl Company, check it out.
This is my other co-host, Preston.
Hello. You can find me on YouTube and Twitch at Scottybur, SCOTDYBURR.
These boys are releasing content, so if you don't get enough of us tonight, then there's more content from them on their front. And I hope to see more of you guys. And as always, in between then, remember to
Stay
Kewl.
What?
Let's do it again.
What?
What?
He did.
Oh,
I
okay, I
didn't.
didn't hear him. Okay, I'm sorry.
The fuck? Man, end the episode. I'm about to fucking laying in this motherfucker. I'm about to beat his ass.